So these are the young pilots that are actually going to fly the light combat helicopter. It's a great moment for all of you. It's a privileged moment for us as well to be here. So with me is Squadron Leader Anuj, Squadron Leader Lovepreet Sharma. So gentlemen, what's the mood? How are you all feeling? Big moment, a new helicopter.
Yep.
What's been going on in the squadron which has been called Dhanush?
Yeah, well, the Josh is really high and we are all excited. It's a big day, not just for us, but for the entire nation, as the light combat helicopter formally gets inducted into the Indian Air Force, and the feeling is good and everyone is really excited.
So when was the last time you flew this?
It was just very recent in one of the fly-past practices we have flown this aircraft, and flying this aircraft is always a good experience. When you go in there in this aircraft, you forget about everything else in the world, and flying this aircraft with the state-of-the-art nav systems and the kind of new avionics this aircraft possesses, it makes you feel a completely different person altogether.
So how is it different? How is the experience different from flying the other aircraft? If you can just
Basically,
explain that.
if you see, this is a tandem cockpit helicopter in the Indian Air Force. We have the Mi-35, the Apaches, and now this is the third helicopter with tandem seating. So
Tandem seating is two seating back to back.
Yeah, one in the front and the weapon system operator at the rear cockpit. So it is if you see from the front, it is a very lean machine. It is extremely agile, and the weapon systems, as you can see, and the avionics. This is the electro-optical pod. It has a TV sensor, a forward-looking infrared, a laser range finder, and a target designator. Here we have the 20 mm turret gun, capable of delivering 400 rounds of 400 rounds basically. And this aircraft, we have the ability to slew the EO pod as well as the gun to our helmets. We have a helmet mounted display. In simple language, I can say wherever I'm looking, my gun will be pointing in that direction, or my electro-optical pod will be looking in the same direction. So that makes targeting very easy for me.
So you also mentioned about that this was a completely different experience flying the LCH. How is it different if you have to compare it with other helicopters that you've flown?
The other helicopters, most of the helicopters, there is a side-by-side seating, as you have already elaborated on the tandem seating part. So it gives you a feeling that you are alone in the cockpit and you are managing all the system all alone. So that is a good experience altogether. At the same time, because it is a tandem seating, we get to practice to fly from front as well as from the rear. There are different roles defined, there are different area of operations which have been laid down for both the pilots, and we try and train to excel in both systems.
So apt name for your unit, Dhanush. I mean, what's the thinking behind it? Why Dhanush?
Dhanush has been the weapon of choice since ages for if you look at Indian mythology.
Yep.
So the sleekness of the aircraft, you see the precision at which we are capable of delivering the weapons, and hence comes the name Dhanush.
And basically the standoff capability of the aircraft. If you look at the Dhanush, it is able to deliver the weapon not very close to the enemy. You can fire it from the standoff distance. So this aircraft possessing the air-to-surface missiles and air-to-air missiles, having a sufficient amount of ranges, makes this aircraft very, very aptly named as Dhanush.
Well said, and happy flying to the entire squadron. All the best, and I'm sure we'll see you all flying the LCH, hopefully not in a war situation, but being ready for it at all times. Thank you so much. So these are the young pilots that will be flying the LCH from Jodhpur, with camera person Satya Ranjan Rotra, Abhishek Bhalla for India Today.